It was exactly 5 years ago, sitting here, frustrated. We were living in such a dark world. You remember? Lockdowns? Yeah, how can we forget? But in all of that frustration and chaos, I came up with this crazy idea of just getting on the road, getting out there, just to see how far it is. And yeah, we sit 5 years later, having just wrapped up our third season and planning a fourth. But I'll talk to you about that later. And I just thought it's really cool to kind of look back on that journey, and when we started, it was selfishly for me I needed to do something, I needed to get out there. But I knew we were all in the same boat and we were all feeling the same way. So I thought, what a cool opportunity to just get South Africans to fall in love with our amazing country again. And I think very importantly, the tourism industry had been hit so hard with the lockdowns that I was hoping that in some small way with our travels that we could kind of promote and support these little businesses that have been hit so hard. But it was also a massive learning curve for me, having been in TV for so long. We've produced lots of shows, but I've never had to do the filming because I've got my brilliant team that do that. I've also never had to edit myself because I've got editors that do that. But this crazy idea had no budget, just passion, and it forced me to, I guess, upskill and to learn. Why am I telling you this? Well, because I've had to go through season 1 again and recut it, because it's no longer just living on YouTube. Just to see how far it is has been picked up for mainstream broadcast on television, on a channel that was my home for many years, Ignition, on DSTV channel 189. Yeah, I'm super stoked. It's really, really cool. That's the nice thing about looking back, is for sure our production values have improved, but I guess it just comes from an authentic place, and the silliness and the fun and how we do things actually hasn't changed over 3 seasons. So I just also want to say thank you to you guys, because I don't think we would be in this situation if you weren't watching the shows and liking and sharing and spreading the news. So thank you so much for that. How a crazy idea can grow into something so much bigger. And I think that's motivation for all of us, Never stop thinking, dreaming, planning, and doing, most importantly. Thank you. I'll tell you about season 4 later. Exciting.
Just to see how far it is. Just to see how far it is. Oh, come on, brother, please. Come show us just how far it is. Just to see how far it is. Just to see how far it is. Oh, come on, brother, please. Won't you show us just how far it is?
Right, let's talk just to see how far it is, season 4. Yes, indeed, it is happening. What is the plan? Well, we're going to get on the road for a month again, like we always do. And our plan is to do something we haven't done since the very, very first season. We're going to start in Port Elizabeth and we're going to head west. That's right. So we're going to take in the Karoo, the West Coast, Northern Cape, Cedarburg, all of those type of areas. And this is where we obviously would love to get you guys involved. Send me suggestions, places that you've been to that you think are amazing, or places you'd love to see us cover. Has to be pet friendly because our dog's obviously traveling with us. And then what we loved doing in season 3, and we definitely are going to do it in season 4, is do our gatherings. So there will be an Eastern Cape gathering starting in PE when we get on the road, and then we'll wrap things up with a gathering in the Western Cape. But let me know where to go. Can't wait. Love, love, love the input and feedback we got from you guys. Some really great suggestions to consider. But route planning would have to wait, as we had a bigger fish to fry first. So every season we've tried to mix things up in terms of how we camp. Season 1, we had the rooftop tent. Season 2, that brilliant compact Bundu trail. And then we tried their teardrop version in season 3, the Bundu Warrior. So this season, what are we going to do? And I'm kind of thinking maybe we need to be a little more grounded. I mean, like literally, I'm thinking a throwdown tent or inflatable tent solution, which would be really cool. The challenge for us though with the short wheelbase Pajero is space. Where do we put all of our stuff? So what we are on the lookout for is a lightweight, compact, yet super robust trailer that we can tow around all of our stuff. But I think we found the perfect solution. And the best part, we don't have to drive far. I live in PE, I've grown up here, it's like my hometown, and I'm constantly amazed by industry and really cool companies that are on our doorstep that I don't even know anything about. Jacques, I had no idea about Track Plastics until my mate Paul Alcock said, this is the trailer for you. And I went on your website and I just realized, okay, well, that's a very, very small part of what you guys do.
Absolutely.
What is the business? When did you start and how have I not known about it?
Trek's a third generation family business. Started in 1960 by my grandfather, an Austrian tool maker, brought down to South Africa by Delta, which is GM,
good old days.
Now Isuzu, and that's where the roots of the business began, in metal pressings for the automotive industry. And we developed over the years into a plastics conversion business. So we've got a lot of experience in design of plastic components across different manufacturing techniques. Everything's done in-house, from the conceptualization, the engineering, the CAD design, to the tooling manufacture, through to the molding, the robotic trimming process, packaging, delivery, everything. We're IATF accredited, so automotive tier 1 supplier, but our core business is actually mass transit. So we manufacture interiors of trains and buses off highway. So we manufacture the interiors of bell equipment. We in the mining industry, sanitation, marine.
By sanitation, I'm getting excited. Do you mean the porta toilets?
Porta potty or porta toilets, yeah.
you know, maybe this season we'll be doing boss cucks in a slightly different way. We might have a plastic porta potty with us. So you're doing this. What made you go, hello, let's do something that's really lifestyle and out of what is your comfort zone?
Yeah, the trailer is totally out of our comfort zone. So what we're trying to do is serve multiple markets. We export a lot of product into the defense industry. On the back of that, we have got access to really advanced materials that aren't available in South Africa. People will look at the trailer and not fully understand what's actually in the product, but tried and tested materials in a military environment.
It's your baby. You designed this thing.
Yes, it's been a bit of a time process, but yeah, it's been a good one. Trying to mix it in with all the other work that has to get done. But yeah, I think we've achieved something good.
Obviously, seeing it online, there's an upmarket feel to it. You know, a guy that's driving in his Discovery is going to go, happy to put this on the back, not that other cucky trailer with the V. It looks really good. Was that the original idea with this? Is that to capture that market?
Yeah. So the brief was basically, it was lightweight, rugged, modular, multi-use off-road trailer. I think we've achieved that. It's been difficult trying to accommodate everything because we also had to then design it around our processes, and we've got to accommodate the way that our molding works.
I can check that the clamshell, it looks like that can come off.
Yes.
So I take that top off and I could use it as a little load bay.
If you've got too much to fit in there with the lid closed, then yes, you can pop the lid off and use it. And I mean, the nice thing about it, it's a high density polyethylene tub. Basically, it's going to outlast us unless you drill or cut a hole in it. But I mean, yeah, you're going to take it to the tip, you're going to come back and you're going to either wash it or sweep it out and it's done.
You're talking lightweight. What is that as a number? What are we looking at?
So we started off a bit lighter than we are now. We were at around 320 kilos base weight. With the whole concept of being durable, everything is a little bit over spec, a little bit over engineered. The chassis is incredibly robust. The jockey wheel's far bigger than it needs to be. Heavier gauge material. So we're sitting at around base weight of 360 kilos.
That's nothing.
And that's the braked trailer with 16-inch alloy rims as standard.
So we receive the galvanized chassis. At this stage, they are manufactured outside. That's going to also, at some stage, become an in-house thing. So although the chassis is fully hot tip galvanized, we prefer well, I think most of the customers they prefer the black look. So we Gladiator Raptor coating it again. They're the same thing.
Yeah. In terms of your axle, what is the load weight that you can put onto that?
So we've got 2 homologations, one at the 750 kilo and one at 1500.
Okay.
It's the exact same trailer. The reason being is we want to service the B license and the EB license. So even the B license model, you can still have the full camping rig. We're still within that weight category. So what we've tried to do is keep the wheel track as in line with most vehicles as possible. Yeah. So it does fall within the Jimny track. And that is a big market. I mean, the Jimny craze is insane. We love it. And the product is really suited to that. But most of the sales we're pushing through at the moment are for heavier vehicles. The guys just want to tow something that's super lightweight, that can do everything that the bigger caravans and trailers can do. You know, the first prototype that we put out, we actually sent into Africa with someone that did about 20,000 Ks all the way through Burundi and back.
That's a real test.
That was our first test, and it came back in very good condition, few tweaks here and there, but the product's been really tried and tested before we've released. So 2.5 years worth of real development work.
I'm imagining this is your big business, because for a guy that wants to go and do Wine to Wales, Sani to Sea, all of those type of things, he's going to want mountain bikes.
The side-mounted units, obviously it's our little adapter bracket that then takes the Thule style bike mounts, but I mean, again, it can be adapted to take other brands. This one is set out to take 4, but it can take 5 if you put the middle one in reverse.
Incredible.
What we have found, a lot of the guys, they want to go on a weekend trip biking, so you'll fit 2 bikes on either side, and then you can still fit a wedge tent onto the rack.
Yeah, so you see, this is where the problem for me is starting to arrive, because I came here and I said to Jacques, I was looking for storage, because we're thinking season 4, throwdown tent, no space in the shorty, I need a trailer that is dustproof, waterproof, and your trailer came to our attention, it's in P. I'm going, amazing. Now you're telling me I can put a tent on top here.
Correct.
Okay, so maybe I'm not throwing down. Maybe I need to put a rooftop on here. So lid opens.
That's what you're saying.
So that lid can open with the bicycles and everything on.
That's correct. So
is it gas?
It's gas assisted. So again, depending on the load, what we do is we set the pressures up on the gas struts to then assist that lifting, because you don't want the lid dropping on your head or batting to get it up.
This might be what you're selling, but I could Rolls Royce this thing.
Yeah, I mean, if you came and said you wanted certain things done differently, that we're able to do that. And obviously the space that's in here, we then customize and make that work to what your needs are.
If I want to access this and I've got a rooftop tent that's set up, how does that work?
You could pitch your tent and pull the drawer out and have access all the time.
Yeah.
Or what we've got a what we call our rooftop tent frame. The frame mounts to the chassis of the trailer and sits above the lid.
So it's different to this?
It's different to that. So there's the frame that would then bolt to the chassis. If you can see, I've ghosted in tents on top of that. But
that's in travel mode now.
That's in travel mode, correct. So if I just open up that frame on its own, you'll see all the detail in there. We've got latches that lock the frame in a down position, up position, and there's also a midway position.
How easy is it to lift if it is gas supported?
So again, we need to understand what equipment is going on there. We will then determine the pressures that's put into the gas struts by the weight that it's got to carry. The frame is done in a way that one person can actually operate the whole mechanism. You'd push the one side up, it locks into place.
So it's single person operator. That's massively important.
And then the other side will go up and then again also click into place.
I was just looking at the drawer system. So we've got obviously a big 90-litre fridge. So it's not going to be able to slide out through the back drop down. I'd have to open the clamshell.
Correct.
But that's actually cool, because now when I'm in that height, I'm like, 2 meters?
2 meters. Right.
So the clam will open. I'll be able to slide the fridge out on the drawers and access.
Correct, yeah. One of our aims is to continuously evolve with the trailers, not to kind of say, well, there's the unit. We need to learn from things that we maybe haven't got 100% right. So that, we're always going to be looking at trying to be innovative, trying to move forward with everything to, again, supply a product that works
Yeah.
and is quality.
We love supporting local. Proudly PE, proudly South African. It's not a plug and play. It's not a ship-in from another market.
Correct.
And I know that it's been tried and tested because our market is unique. We're like a hybrid, first world, third world vibe. So whatever's built here is built SA tough.
Yeah.
And that for me is a big thing. Okay, that kind of changes everything, doesn't it? How flippin' cool. Fair to say, I think the throwdown tent is thrown out the window. What it does mean is we do need to find a rooftop tent solution. I think I know just who to call. That was the easy part. After 2 seasons trialing their trailers, Bundutech were super excited to continue the adventure with us. And a few weeks later, the Rolls Royce of rooftop tents arrived at Trek. The Bundutop, complete with the 360 Bundu On, the suite and the annex. Keith, that's a wrong sticker. Prone to irritate. It was also the first time Elise had seen our setup and the bespoke modifications that Keith and the team at Trek had done on our trailer. Quite cool, eh?
Very cool.
So this will
Very
be,
easy.
I mean, they've obviously put stuff in here now, but that would be for us our
Cans,
dry goods.
yeah, pasta.
2 of them, which is very, very lekker. Moed's a big 90 litre fridge.
All the meat,
Yeah. And then still space here to put your makeup bag.
because I wear so much of it.
But it's incredible. Check the space. Can you reach in and get that little drawer there for us? Yeah. They're going to put a grip handle on that, but then that also gives you, yeah, that's where it goes to. That's cool. So there's extra storage there. The lid isn't fully open, so that can open all the way once you're in camping position, so you can access even more. But I love this. Happy?
Very.
Huh?
I'm excited.
Take these out. Check how much space we actually have in here. It's proper. And then the other side will be our frozen goodies. And that's also got plenty.
Done.
Just to see how far it is, season 4. New routes, new locations, new adventures, new look. Look, we love our Mountain Mirage artwork from last season and didn't really want to change that. But with the two-tone trailer's very distinctive look, perhaps our Pajero could be reimagined with the new color palette.
Yeah, Wanda.
Are you actually doing some work, Andrew?
I don't know which side is it.
Well, that hairdryer worked for me. Andrew and the Simply Iconic team flew into PE and got cracking on the rebrand and the new look. Don't fart. I don't know how I feel about a black car because I like the old school retro kind of look and feel.
What's really going to pop out eventually is that this is not normal black. This has got metallic in it, where most cars will go matte black or satin. This is going to be different, so look out for it, especially in the sun. All the different layers of this product is Avery top of the range products, and each one has got its own unique little blend to it, or color or shade.
This is why it's so important to do mock-ups first.
Yeah. So what we did is we cropped out a section and we gave you each one layered that you could also see. And it also gives you an idea of what the shades would be, and we still changed two colors.
Yeah.
And one of them was the base.
Okay, so we've got a hell of a thing to resolve here. We're putting the compass on the car, and we don't know, should north be up, or do we put an angle? Because depending on where you are, it's always going to be shifting. So I'm not going to make that decision. The LA Sport crew are going to. Up, up, up.
90. What if you're facing down?
Up.
What if you're facing down?
Exactly, that's my point. and we've got it. Where are we going? Up. Okay, so there we have it. North is up. Peter gave me a good point though. If the north is up, I know that I'm still on 4 wheels. Decision made. The guys have voted. North is up. Reno and the LA Sport team still needed to reassemble and add a few upgrades. But with 45 days until we got on the road, we were well ahead of schedule. Well, that's what we thought. This is not a good sight. With 3 weeks to go, seeing my car up on jacks, the entire drivetrain being taken out, we've got a problem, quite a serious one. So let's see what's got to get done to make sure we can get on the road for season 4. I'm not the guy that drinks on a Monday, but it's been that kind of Monday. The reality is we leave on Friday and we still do not have a car. I'm like, it's got to that level of it's just absolutely ridiculous. And I actually do not know what to do, because we can't postpone. We can't even move things out by a day, because besides the fact the whole trip is already planned and booked and paid for in terms of all the places we're staying at, on Friday we've got 25 people joining us for our first gathering. These are people that have put this in their diary, are super amped and excited. Now you go, oh sorry, can we push it back by a week? I mean, you just can't do that. But I think the bit that's frustrating me is that what was a 1-week job on the 10th of October, 3 weeks later, we're still sitting out of the car. The previous guy, 1 week, yes, we get it done, got the car back after 3 weeks, problem not fixed. So I've lost a month and a half. And like, surprisingly, for oaks that aren't normally that organized, we were really well organized. I don't even know what to do, because got to find a plan B. I mean, I've got the little baby Pajero, the IO, low range. Sure, I can go off-road with it, but we're 31 days on the road. It doesn't have a dual battery system. It doesn't have fridge. It doesn't have race suspension. It doesn't have all-terrain tires. It's like, it's a city slicker. So it's not as simple as just, oh, we'll go in anybody else's car. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to do. And that's why I'm having a drink. And it's funny, I'm having a car park John, because maybe it's symbolic, because we could be doing season 4 in a car park in PE. Hey. I kind of thought this would get easier being in the 4th season, but yes, I don't know. Get up at 5 and try and pack. We're on the road for season 4. Why am I not prepared? I get good luck, Noora. Can't even get me an aircon in this thing.
You don't have an aircon?
Nothing about day 1 of just to see how far it is feels like just to see how far it is. Wow.
The Bracos broke off on an axle twister back there.
I never have bad luck with this car. It's only in a review.
I think I might have to apologize at the fireplace for the long day, but hey, it's like a day though.
Just to see how far it is. Just to see how far it is. Oh, come on, brother, please. Come show us just how far it is. Just to see how far it is.